Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, and we also look at Bitcoin in this video as well. I have the technicals and fundamentals and news that you need to know as a trader and investor. Let's not waste any more time with this video. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. We're also going to be looking at Bitcoin in this video as well. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and let me know in the comments below. Do you hold any Bitcoin or crypto? Let me know what type of crypto you hold, and let me know if you're planning on getting any Bitcoin or crypto. Let me know in the comments down below, good or bad. Let me know in them comments down below, and I will be hitting back with some of you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we're looking at for SPY, and then we're going to look at the meme stocks. This video is going to be a little bit shorter, just like yesterday, sweet and to the point, looking at everything we need to know. Now there's no earnings, no data or anything coming out like that for the rest of the week. We can see that SPY is trying to push for the 500 mark, and this is why you just subscribe to this channel, because we do have the key level of support, giving you guys the signal that if we are going to hit 500 on SPY. So if we break above the critical level of, and keep this burned in your head, there is a level of support. It's around 498 to 495. I have on the chart officially, I'm going to leave it, not move it, 498.84. Okay, so if we break above 498.84, using that as support and then start to move away, you're going to see 500. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to break and hold 500. It does mean that 500 is on the table and will be hit, because that's giving you a confirmation of support, which is going to take us to our next level, which then we can then test this to see if we're going to hold that and then possibly move even higher. But that is the key level to let you know if SPY is going to 500. Again, I repeat, 498.84. There's a support and resistance there, and that is what we're looking at. Now, SPY needs to try to move up and hold this key level of 497.55. If it can hold this level tomorrow, then you could see that movement up for SPY. What it does look like we are going to be seeing is a little bit of a pullback, because SPY RSI is extremely high, but SPY has been on a bit of a tear, so it is a possibility that it will be able to maintain momentum and continue to move to the upside. Now, there are worries in other places like China and things like that, so when the market does eventually fall, they will blame places like China. They'll say, oh, well, China's stock market was collapsing and this and that. That way they have a scapegoat. So I believe they are trying to pump the markets, trying to hold it up before they allow that eventual pullback. And I do think we will be pulling back, because there's gap fills all the way down to about 409 here on SPY, multiple gap fills on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is what is leading this rally. You can see that NASDAQ also made another gap here this morning, leaving this gap open. So there's multiple gap fills on SPY, multiple gap fills on NASDAQ, and these gaps will get filled. You can see that SPY also made another gap. This gap will get filled. But you can see there's little to no room to run, because RSI is almost, well, it is overbought now on the daily, and RSI is getting really, really high here on the weekly. So there is very little room left to run, as we are nearing the peak for this rally that we are seeing for SPY, which will lead to an eventual correction back to the downside, in my personal opinion. But the short term, we can go ahead and easily just play calls, get those in and outs of those downward movements as well, if we play puts or SQQ calls, and then easily get calls on SPY, getting these upward movements as it continues to move to the upside, probably going to hit that 500 mark, and then we will see from there where it does go. Once it hits 500, though, that's a huge psychological level. We are really going to have to see how it reacts with that support and resistance. Does it break and hold that? Right now, I don't think we'll be able to go much higher than that. If we do get above it, you could definitely see a pop up, though, a decent pop. But that would pretty much look like a blow off top. As you guys can see, we had an overall rally, and we're starting to go basically parabolic. So we had this arc rally, then we had this push up, and now you guys can see we are literally starting to go parabolic. So if we did go to 500 and did have like a big quick pop up, that would literally be like a straight up line movement, and that would lead to an overall pullback. pullback. So that's what we're looking at SPY on the short and long term. That's what you need to understand and know to understand if SPY is going to be pulling back. As far as what the indicators are showing us, they are showing us bullishness and continuation to the upside. In my personal opinion, green MACD on the 4-hour, green MACD on the 4-hour, the daily, and on the 2-hour, all of them green. So I do think we will see continuation to the upside. I'll show you guys what I think SPY will do based on the price path, and we will move on to the meme stocks. So I basically think it's going to consolidate through the morning. Then the morning's going to come. It's going to pop to the upside, and then have to pull back, and then possibly either go up from there or slightly pull back. But I will be live by then giving you guys the update and prediction. So that's what we're looking at for SPY. Let's go ahead and go into the meme stocks, AMC and GME, giving you guys the short shares available to borrow, and then going on from there. So short shares available to borrow for AMC is right now 0. If they do get more, this will have short interest increase and probably raise cost to borrow. Shares available to borrow for GameStop as of time of recording is 9,000. This could change as early as this morning. Tune into the live stream to get more updates and predictions as they do come out. As you guys can see, I do have a little bit of technicals for AMC and GME. So here we go for GME. GME, I'm expecting it to consolidate, pull back to about the $14 level in pre-market, maybe even retest it here during the morning. So something like that. So a slight pullback here in the morning and then continue to the upside. I think GameStop is looking extremely bullish here on the short term. It's breaking out of a falling wedge. Here on the 15-minute time frame, MACD is red but slightly curling up. As you guys can see on the bigger time frames though, MACD is slightly red, but we have it where a chance to be, it could pop green at any minute. So you can see we have this one little red candle, but it is like triggering between green and red, basically consolidating. Basically, GameStop is setting up for a pop. You see the Bollinger Bands, how constricted they are right here. It's setting up for a pop. I think this could literally happen tomorrow. I think GameStop is about to see a move. Rumble, the stock we've been talking about as a while, talking about a little bit as well, is seeing a move breaking out to the upside, as you guys can see. I do think Rumble will actually continue that, but be careful because Rumble has high risk to high reward. If it does start to pull back, do be ready for that. GameStop, same thing. I think it's coiling up for a move as well. Let's go ahead and see what the MACD on the 2-hour is telling us. Green MACD, 4-hour, green MACD, daily, green, red MACD. We did have that one little green candle, but same situation here with the hourly time frame where it's kind of consolidating, could turn green any minute, literally setting up for a bigger movement, especially if we could get this to turn green and start going into a green wave on GameStop. As far as the macro is concerned, everything's still tracking. As long as we don't go below that low of $11.89, we're good. We did make a higher low here. This is exactly what we want to see to continue up, to go towards that $18 level and go into that disbelief rally that I often talk about, that I think we are going into for GME as the Bollinger Bands on the daily time frame start to constrict. And you guys can see we are getting bullish momentum, holding these key levels, creating gaps to the upside, and we will fill those gaps. All right, let's go ahead and go into AMC and show you guys what's going on for AMC. AMC, multiple gap fills to the upside. All right, you guys already know that these gap fills to the upside have a decent amount of range. So basically, like the gains that you would get if you do hold down here and do have any buying power down here, you would be seeing a decent amount of gains, as the first gap fill at $5 alone is a 27% gain. And then as we go higher, the gains just get more and more ridiculous for each and every gap fill that AMC has, as you guys can see, all the way up to about 1,000% gain at the max gap fill at $44. So AMC is getting a bullish divergence. Price is trending down. RSI is trending up. You can see this on multiple time frames. Also, if you go ahead and zoom in, you guys can see that we are breaking out of a overall falling wedge. We broke to the upside of this wedge yesterday. We are now retesting it again, and we are now constricting in a bullish pennant. AMC, if there is a chance for a setup, unless we get some type of tweet from Adam Aaron, unless we get a massive amount of short shares dumped, and I'm going to explain what that's going to do in the morning, because they are going to get short shares. You better believe that. and I'll explain what that's going to do in the morning. Unless they get like 500,000, a million plus, we could see AMC actually have a move here. Okay, we do have a potentiality for a setup. Green MACD on the 4-hour, green MACD on the daily, green MACD on the 2-hour. Again, we do have a potentiality for a setup. Buy signal on the 2-hour, buy signal on the 4-hour. All right, we do have a potentiality for a setup as well with the pennant as well. As you guys can see, we do have to try to stay above $3.90, and tomorrow we have to get above $4. Okay, if this pennant is going to play out, or if this falling wedge is going to play out, we have to get above $4. So we need to see above $4 for AMC. AMC's max pain is $4. That's where they're going to try to keep it and hold it by Friday. We do have a massive amount of gamma ramp. If we can get above and hold $4, you guys can see 15,000 calls expiring in the money, but there are much more calls at $4.50 and $5. If we go ahead and look at the options chain, you can see that there's 54,000 calls expiring in the money at $5. It would be absolutely insane to see AMC price go to $5, because we would definitely see a push to those higher levels based off of all that gamma that we would accumulated on the way to $5 and at $5 itself. And again, we're breaking out of this falling wedge. We are still on track for the breakout of the falling wedge. The pennant is a little bit more difficult because we have to get above $4 very, very early, right in the morning. So in the morning, it's literally going to be war. Be ready for a battle, because it's going to be a war, apes, because we have to get above $4, and they're going to try to push us down with short shares. They're going to try to make us retest $3.90, maybe even as low as $3.80. I think as low as we'll go is probably $3.90 in the morning, and then get a spring to the upside. But we really, really want to hold $3.95. If we can hold that, if we can move to the upside here in after hours and get up to about $3.95, holding that level, that could push us up to the $4 range that we need here in the morning. But they are going to make us retest, okay? So you better believe that. Right now, we're below the critical support resistance of $3.95. We want to try to get above that in after hours and pre-market. We have 0 shares available to borrow. We'll see what happens in pre-market. There's still a little bit of after hours time left. We will see if we can get above that. We're breaking out of a falling wedge on the smaller time frame, so we could get some bullish momentum to the upside. That is what I'm thinking is going to happen, and how we are going to track. We will see how it happens over the rest of after hours, and then I will be live for the rest of the predictions and news. Guys, that is the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this, and remember, comment down below. Let me know if you hold Bitcoin or any type of crypto. Let me know what cryptos you do hold, and let me know if you're interested in trying to get crypto. I'm just trying to see how many people in the community do hold crypto and are interested in the cryptocurrency world. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, and I appreciate it if you did watch the end. If you watched the end, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.